Hey, welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. Thank you for joining me. Now, this story is a bit different than the last one, so I didn't include it in the last video. This is a totally different topic than politics, and it's actually more meaningful than anything to do with Hunter Biden. Um, this little submersible you see here is very similar to the one that was taken down to Titanic on Sunday by a company called OceanGate. The founder of the company, as well as a British billionaire, a Pakistani billionaire, and his son, and a French diver, were all on board. And then it lost communications with this ship that they were supposed to be keeping contact with. Nobody has seen them since. No one's heard from them since. Right. So far, the between the U.S. Coast Guard, Canadians, Canadian military, and even private organizations, they've searched 10,000 miles and have not seen one thing of this ship, of this little submersible. No one knows where it is. When it went down, it had 96 hours of life support. They're now down to less than 40 hours of oxygen. According to reports, the people on board could be very cold if they're still alive. They're not getting, may not be getting the warmth they need. The oxygen supply is quickly depleting. And nobody knows yet exactly the fate of the people on board. It's not looking good at this point. Now, many people would ask, why do you care? It's just a bunch of billionaires in a ship that paid $250,000 to go see the Titanic. But where I understand your point, they're also human, right? And I hope they find them. But it's not looking good for them right now. It's been reported by a CBS reporter who was on board back in about a year ago, on board the ship that went down to the Titanic. He says it's very cramped and very small, but you sign a lot of waivers, so it's not like these people got on the ship not knowing what was going on. But he talked about how there seemed to be some issues with the submersible, from the fact that it was controlled by a video game controller, and just other things he said had just been like rigged together. I'm sorry, I'm not about to get on a ship that seems like it's been rigged together, right? Now, I hope they find these people. I'm still in shock that somebody would pay $250,000 just to ride a little submersible down to the Titanic. I don't understand that, but that's just not me. It's not something I'm gonna do. The depth is like 13,000 feet, I think, of Titanic. I read some stuff earlier today that said that if it was to have been punctured by something, it would have been like instant and catastrophic implosion, and nobody inside would have even felt it because it would have just been so quick. I hope that's not the case. I hope these people are okay. I hope they're able to find them. To the families of these people, I'm sorry that you're having to go through this. I'm sorry that your loved ones are lost like this, and you don't know what the outcome's going to be. I'm sorry about that. So I'll be very clear that I want to be as sympathetic and empathetic to the families as I can. Also, I believe, regardless of what happens, regardless of the outcome, this OceanGate company needs to be shut down. Either that, or they need to be looked at a little closer on for their safety, because clearly something went wrong. Very, very wrong at this point. Hopefully they find them, though. Hopefully they find them healthy and able to get them to the surface. Anyhow, this has been the Big Ranch Show. I'll see you down the road.